Welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher. Dave Winder with you today. And it was a big win for the Racers on Saturday on Senior Day here at Roy Stewart Stadium, 56-24 over Austin Peay. And the Racers did it with defense and the leg of Keenan Cullen. Their first 26 points came on a mixture of 4 field goals and 2 defensive touchdowns as the Racers led at 39-10 at the half. Mike Harris got going on Saturday, 134 yards rushing, and the Racers won it to get to within a chance to get 7 wins this season. It was Senior Day, and Julian Whitehead talked about how they wanted to do it for the seniors on Saturday.
We knew we wanted to go out strong for the seniors, last game at the track, so we just wanted them to have a lot of fun, so everybody laid it out on the line so they could have just a really fun time today.
And that will take us to the final game of the regular season. The Racers on the road at Houck Stadium in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. 1 o'clock kickoff against Southeast Missouri State. Big game for the Racers. They can finish 7-4 and possibly get into the FCS playoffs. Well, we're here at the Murray State locker room inside Roy Stewart Stadium. Head coach Chris Hatcher here. He's got a smile on his face. Great win, Coach. Congratulations. Great day to be a Racer on Saturday, wasn't it?
It really was, and it was an exciting day for our football team. We honored 17 seniors who probably played their last game at Roy Stewart Stadium, a.k.a. the track, and it was a big win for us against a rival just down the road, and a game that we needed to win to ensure that we had back-to-back winning seasons for the first time in 11 seasons.
It's been a long time. The Racers getting that done with a victory on Saturday. We're going to roll the highlights and take a look at it. Of course, it was Senior Day. Just a tremendous moment for those kids who are seniors for the Racers here with their families. That was a touching moment there as each one was introduced before the game. But Coach, once we get into action, I've lived a long time, maybe not as long as some other people. But when you think about it, have you ever seen a football game where, I guess, midway through the second quarter, you've got a 26-point lead and you've got 2 defensive touchdowns and 4 field goals?
Well, the scoring came in very odd ways. But, we get the scoring started out on Quay Huzzy, picks up a fumble, and I believe that it was we had great push up the middle, and then he ended up making a good run with the football. And, the wind was very bad during the day. That was a 20, 30-yard wind.
Absolutely.
But very fortunate for us. Our defense was getting great penetration. We're making big plays. Our defensive front is really, really doing a nice job. And it kept Austin Peay pinned back, and we got great field position each and every time there in the first quarter we got the football.
Well, again, it's great to have a great kicker. And Keenan Cullen, of course, set the OVC record last week, kicked a 37-yarder, 9:11 to go in the first quarter. And your defense, I don't think they let Austin Peay pass the 30-yard line until sometime mid-second quarter. They had no first downs in the first quarter.
No, we were very stingy over there. I mean, you got a bunch of guys playing extremely hard. Sam Small in there leading the middle of the defense. And then offensively, Casey was very consistent early on and very efficient. But we kept bogging down in what we call the orange zone area. And then Keenan Cullen came in time and time again and knocked it on through the uprights, which in a defensive battle in my mind early on in the game with the way the windy conditions were, that gave every one of those points I knew were going to come into play later on down the road.
Well, they were big points. If the Racers couldn't score the touchdown, it was good to get the 3 points. Cullen added another one, a 33-yarder with 5:08 to go in the first, and then another with 1:13 to go to give the Racers a 16-0 lead. Then at the start of the second quarter, his 4th field goal makes it 19-0. And then on the far side, away from your sideline, Julian Whitehead, I thought it was an interception. It was actually a fumble recovery that he took in for a touchdown.
Well, that was a big play for us. We were going against the wind. I believe they may have just gotten a first down. It may have been the first one. Of course, we panicked on, hey, they finally got a first down in the second quarter. But he does a nice job defeating the block. Whether it's interception, fumble return, it doesn't matter. He takes it all the way to the house, and I sure was proud of him. He has really been a solid player for us this season. since we moved him from safety to corner.
And we've talked a lot about Mike Harris. He had another 100-yard rushing game. He gets tough yards, and he got going there in the second quarter, scored a 3-yard run, then a 5-yard run to make it a 39-7 game, and there was 39-10 at the half. Those were big runs by Mike.
Yeah, he did. He made some nice plays, and we hit a screen pass there on the left side that he made a big run, but he was getting the tough yards. And Austin Peay had played kind of a bend but don't break defense on us, so it was very difficult to bust the long one. But he was very fortunate and able to do that, and he played a really, really good ball game.
And then the other thing, too, is when you think about how far this defensive unit has come, say, from this time last year to where they are now, they are certainly, you talk about Casey being efficient, your defense is becoming a very efficient group, too.
No doubt about it. You got guys up there, Tevin Wells, and he, number 51, had a big day, and then you got Io back at 91, and then you got 95 Jeff Richards, who had made some big plays throughout the course of the ball game. He's just a freshman. So that defensive front is getting better each week. And I thought by far that was our best defensive performance of the season. In the first half, they scored a touchdown. We botched a punt. We had a hard time yesterday fielding punts. And so we botched one. They got great field position, then hit us on a 3rd and goal for a touchdown. And then right at the end of the half, they had one long run and were able to get 3 points out of that. Other than that, in the first half, their offense was non-existent because of the intensity that our defense played with.
Well, it was certainly a great first half for the Racers. They went into the halftime locker room 39-10. We mentioned that it was very, very windy on Senior Day, and I could imagine standing underneath one of those punts how hard that was going to be to catch that. But good first half for the Racers. We're going to take a break here for the Murray State locker room on the Racer Report. Come back with the second half. Big victory for the Racers as they knocked off Austin Peay. We'll do that next on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher.
New Wave Advantage number 17, the area's fastest internet. This is Nicole. She wants to watch her favorite YouTube video. Not so fast, Nicole. Her slow DSL connection means downloading takes forever. Nicole's tired of waiting, so she's switching to New Wave. New Wave has the area's fastest internet, up to 10 times faster than DSL. Now Nicole can surf, download photos, and stream videos faster than ever before, without the wait. Thanks to New Wave. Blazing fast internet. Another New Wave Advantage. Call today.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
For more than 30 years, the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision has helped athletes achieve their dreams. The dream of playing football and hearing the home crowd cheer time after time. The dream of competing for a national championship. The dream of an excellent education. The dream of becoming a leader. And the dream of playing the right way with sportsmanship. NCAA Division I Football. It's not a dream. Come see for yourself.
Hi, folks, and welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher. We're going to roll the tape and take a look at the second half from a 56-24 victory for the Racers in the final home game of the 2011 season at home against Austin Peay. And, Coach, during this season, the one thing that I guess has been a bugaboo for this team has been starting the third quarter. That didn't happen Saturday. You guys got some points right out of the gate on the first possession.
We did. We came out, started on the 20 and had a nice drive. You can see Walter Powell had a couple big catches. Navarre Griffin, the freshman out of St. Louis, made some big catches over the middle on some crossing routes. We got good productivity again out of Mike on this particular drive. It was a great way to start the drive. However, we get down here, and Mike makes a good run to get us close, but we just couldn't put it in, and we settle for a field goal. But that's still a good way to start the third quarter. It beats the way we've been playing in the third quarter.
Exactly. And Cullen kicked his fifth field goal there, becoming just the third racer to get 5 in a game. That's the single game record. Greg Duncan did it against Austin Peay in 1988, and I was at that game. And then I also remember Rob Hart did it against Tennessee State. I also saw that game too in 1996. So good for Keenan to tie that record. But then, Coach, you go ahead, and Cullen gets you that field goal. Later in the game, Austin Peay kind of started hitting a few plays and made an attempt to get back in the game. I never really was that worried about it, but there were a few tense moments there.
Well, I get worried about it. I was very concerned about it. Here they hit some good runs. Old 21, he was kind of a hard guy to bring down, and this was a disappointing play. They throw the screen pass out to the left, and you can see our corner, Dontre, get sucked inside, and they beat us down the sideline for a quick score. And those are the types of plays that when you have a big lead, you don't like to give up the quick score. But, yeah, we had a little lull. We had to, here offensively, we had to punt the ball on 2 straight occasions. But and they got the lead down to 25. But they had a little momentum. They were starting to play well, and anything can happen, especially on a windy day. But I think when we took all the wind out of their sails was here in the fourth quarter. It would have been the 3rd straight time we had to turn the ball over on punting situations, and we elected to fake the ball way back in our territory, and Cullen hits Walter Powell for a big completion to extend the drive, and I think at that point any hope that Austin Peay had they were done with.
What a great play it was, and everybody in the press box like, oh my goodness, they're faking it. I don't remember. Was the line of scrimmage at your 40 or 35, something like that?
We were backed up pretty good.
It might have been inside the 35.
Well, we had actually had it called earlier, and it didn't give us the right look we wanted, and unfortunately that was the first time they had actually covered Walter. They'd been letting him go, but he made a really fine play, and Cullen did a good job. And then you can see Mike make some big runs, and we get the ball down in the end zone and score. And I think that series of events there was really what kind of just sealed the victory.
Yeah, it was. And the Racers go on to win it by the score 56-24. We talk about what a great running back Mike Harris has been. I don't know if I've seen a running back at Murray State maybe since Derek Cullors, who has that knack of seeing daylight to his right and just cuts back against the grain. He had the 1 touchdown run, the 30-yarder, where he just kept cutting back, and take it all the way for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's very elusive, and he's been working extremely hard. And we got a good offensive line that's led by Raymond Hobson, who's a senior, and Alberto Hindy's the left guard, and we run a lot behind those guys, and both of them are seniors. So. And then Dwayne Brady's a good running back as well. But when Mike's on, he's very tough, and I couldn't imagine there being many people in this conference better than he is.
I agree. So the Racers win it on Senior Day, 56-24. They're now 6-4 in the season, 5-3 in the OVC, and a chance to get their 7th win this Saturday. And we mentioned, and we'll talk about it later here, about the playoffs. You just never know. The Racers could possibly get in with a 7-4 record. So another break here coming up on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher.
There is a new, unstoppable force in the universe of internet speed. Introducing Warp Wave, the next generation of high-speed internet, brought to you by the masters of internet service. New wave communications with speeds up to 50 megs. Warp Wave takes you faster than you've ever thought possible. Be the most feared online gamer in the galaxy. Stream video with no deep space delay. Download at speeds light years ahead of the competition. Call today and surf at warp speed with the fastest internet, period.
picks it up. He's going to have to shoot from his knees, and he banked it in! He banked it in! On the far sideline, shoots at the buzzer. Good! It's good! And the Racers win! Jumper, good! 2.6.
This year, when you get asked where were you, make certain the answer is I was there. Murray State University season tickets on sale now.
Hey Racer fans, don't forget to check out the homepage of Murray State Athletics. That's GoRacers.com. Folks, we have about 50,000 hits a month on GoRacers.com. All kinds of great information there. Check it out and make it your homepage today, GoRacers.com. We're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Chris Hatcher, and it was Senior Day Saturday as the Racers said goodbye to a bunch of great guys. They'll always be Racers, but Saturday was their last home game of their college careers at Murray State.
We knew we wanted to go out strong for the seniors, last game at the track, so we just wanted them to have a lot of fun, so everybody laid it out on the line so they could have just a really fun time today.
Dexter Barnett, number 26, Richard Beard, number 22, Andre Clark, number 14, Jamal Crook, number 3, Keenan Cullen, number 31, Daryl Davis, number 2, Dexter Durante. 43, Joe Gemsky. Number 9, Lamar Hall. Number 34, Mike Harris. 74, Raymond Hobson. 24, Dontrell Johnson. Number 33, Simon LaVea. Number 78, Paul Lewis. Number 79, Dylan Mandela. Number 60, Albert Ohendy. 55, Ryan Walker.
I mean, this team here is closer than any team I've been with so far through all 4 years. I mean, literally all of us are on this team are like brothers, which is a real nice feeling.
It has become my second home. I mean, this team, we kind of formed together. We're a team. There's a lot of unity on this team. I mean, I think we're more than friends. It's almost like a second family. I mean, we all feel like brothers with the coaches, maybe as parents or just older brothers that help us out. But in that locker room, we're all so close. Even outside the locker room, we're so close, always spending time with each other. So we are really brothers.
Brothers. Yeah, it's been a long journey. There's only actually like 4 or 5 guys that came in that are still here for my recruiting class, but it still feels like it feels like we've been together for years. It really is special. I mean, you can just see that right there. Just really close. When you sweat together and work hard together, it really bonds you together like that. So yeah, it's like family.
I will always look back to Murray State as being a great chapter of my life that I'll never forget. It really helped me form me who I am.
All I could say is wow after listening to some of the Racers talking about family and brotherhood. You guys got a great thing going here, Coach.
Well, we got a lot of good players on our team and that play well on Saturday, but we got better people in my mind, and the guys that you heard from are good citizens. For the most part, they do well in school, and they're on track to graduate, which is always very difficult. People don't realize how hard it is to put as many hours in playing an athletic event or sport at the collegiate level, maintaining a full-time load of classes, fulfilling your obligations in the study hall, all the extra work you have to put in to be really good at a competitive sport. So these guys work extremely hard. I'm proud of them, and I'm always proud of them when they do right. But after a big win, I'm proud for them because they've earned everything that's come their way.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's about family and teammates and just having a great situation here at Murray State, and Coach Hatcher and his staff certainly done that. 56-24 victory over Austin Peay. We're going to come back and take a look at what else is happening and going into next Saturday against SEMO. We'll talk about that next on the Racer Report.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
There's a new, unstoppable force in the universe of internet speed. Introducing Warp Wave, the next generation of high-speed internet, brought to you by the masters of internet service. New Wave Communications, with speeds up to 50 megs. Warp Wave takes you faster than you've ever thought possible. Be the most feared online gamer in the galaxy. Stream video with no deep space delay. Download at speeds light years ahead of the competition. Call today and surf at warp speed with the fastest internet, period.
एक्सप्लोर un nuevo mundo.
여러 가지 경험들을 많이 체험하세요.
आइए और अपना जहां खुद बनाइए.
اتشالوا تشينو وكوسانغا.
عالم جدير بالاكتشافات.
Entdecke deine Welt.
Bu świat do odkrycia.
Dünyanızı keşfedin.
創造你的未來.
Festival Villago.
Tất cả những điều tốt đẹp nhất đang chờ đón bạn.
Dunia Anda untuk dijelajahi. 探索你的世界.
Murray State University, your world to explore.
We're back here with head coach Chris Hatcher on the Racer Report inside the Murray State locker room at Stewart Stadium. Taking a look at the standings, it was another wild day. Like we told you, it was very, very windy everywhere on Saturday. But the way the smoke has cleared here, we thought maybe Southeast Missouri State was going to get the upset on Jacksonville State, but JSU came back to win 22-21. So at the top now, it's Tennessee Tech, Eastern Kentucky, and JSU, all with the 2 losses. Then the Racers and Tennessee State, who defeated UT Martin, all dropping back to 3 losses. So, Coach, as we go into the last weekend of the season, the only thing truly that you can concentrate on is winning that last game. It's huge on a number of levels.
Well, there's no question about it, and we can talk about all the postseason aspirations we have, but we have to beat SEMO, and they're a very tough team. You know, they run the option, and their quarterback O'Shabel, he's a fine player, and he can give you fits. He gave us fits last year, and then defensively, I just remember them being a hard-nosed group. You know, we played them early, the battle of the 2 last place teams. Of course, they ended up having a great run and winning the conference. So that's the big thing. We have control what we can control. This year, the conference is, man, it's wacko right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So there's a lot of different scenarios out there, but there's still a very good chance that if we take care of business on Saturday, that we could get an at-large bid into the playoffs. And, you know, if you get in the playoffs, anything can happen. Because the only requirement to get in the playoffs is that you have to have 7 wins versus Division I opponents. And a win Saturday would give us that. We won't get the automatic qualifier. But depending on how some things shake out, and of course, I've been looking at the scenarios behind the scenes. But how nice would that be if that was to happen? But number one thing, we got to beat SEMO first.
They got to take care of business, and that's what they're shooting for on Saturday, 1 o'clock in Cape Girardeau at Houck Stadium. Our final break here coming up with Coach Hatcher. We'll come back with more and wrap it up next on the Racer Report.
Picks it up. He's going to have to shoot from his knees, and he banked it in! He banked it! Off the far sideline. Shoots at the buzzer. Good! It's good! And the Racers win! Jumper, good! 2.6.
This year, when you get asked where were you, make certain the answer is I was there. Murray State University season tickets on sale now.
New Wave Advantage number 17, the area's fastest internet. This is Nicole. She wants to watch her favorite YouTube video. Not so fast, Nicole. Her slow DSL connection means downloading takes forever. Nicole's tired of waiting, so she's switching to New Wave. New Wave has the area's fastest internet, up to 10 times faster than DSL. Now Nicole can surf, download photos, and stream videos faster than ever before, without the wait. Thanks to New Wave. Blazing fast internet. Another New Wave Advantage. Call today.
And we're back here on the Racer Report to wrap things up with head coach Chris Hatcher. You know, Coach, when the season starts, it's really, really hot, starting to get cold now. It's that time of year where you hope to be getting into some postseason play. You know, we talked about it. If you guys can go over to SEMO and get you a victory Saturday, you never know, you might be in.
No question. And you know, we talk about that, but golly, we talk about improving in the program. And you know as well as I do, we're a much better team this year than we were last season, and we're getting better each and every day. But to get 7 wins would be big. That would just mean, hey, it would be a tangible evidence that we've climbed another rung of the ladder. And of course, we get a chance to compete one more time, and that's all you can ask for. And whenever you get that chance, you better take advantage of those opportunities.
Absolutely. Love college football, love what the Racers are doing this season, and 7-4 will look mighty, mighty good in the history books as we move forward with head coach Chris Hatcher. Great win Saturday.
Thank you, bud.
Thanks, Coach, for stopping by. And we'll see you next time on the Racer Report. As we leave you today, here's the voice of the Racers, Neil Bradley. He had a good day, too.
One running back in. He'll get the handoff, gets up the middle to about the 25. The ball's fumbled, picked out of there. The Racers are going to get Quay Huzzy across the 10-5. Touchdown Racers. The defense able to score as Quay Huzzy picks it up and scores the touchdown. 2006. Snap back to White. White throws it right side. It's fumbled in the air. It's picked out of the air by the Racers. 30, 20, 15, 10, and it's a touchdown by Julian Whitehead. Snap back to Brotman, hand off to Harris. Stretch play right side, looks for the angle to get in, and he does. Breaks a tackle and gets into the end zone for the touchdown with 5:44 to go. In the quarter, it's 32-7 Racers. Brotman has it. They bring the heat, sets up the screen to Harris. Harris catches across the 30, 20, 15, 10, makes a cut. He's at the 5, and he's into the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown run. Here, they're coming after Cullen. T. Howell back deep. It is a fake on the right side. Caught at the 45, out at the 50-yard line. The Racers pull off the fake and get the first down on the catch by Walter Powell. He has it. This time he hands it to Harris. Harris makes a cut to the outside. 10, 5, touchdown, Mike Harris. Wow, what a run, Paul.